I'm going to sleep. So this is more so just a follow-up to the last video that I did. I need to just grow some balls. As a woman, I'm going to say that because it's an expression, okay? So it's just an expression. But anyhow, yes, I need to grow some balls and kind of grow up here and realize that, like, yeah, there will be a next time, there will be another time. And, you know, just kind of like, do something new and move on. Really. That's what I'm trying to do. Every time I realize I'm gonna have to wait and have patience, it sucks for me, but that's the way it is. But, so, this is why I really want to get that Stronic Eins product that I'm talking about from Fun Factory. This is why I really want to get this. And I realize this is something I have to put my money into. And it's outrageous to spend, like, I guess approximately $150 on a dildo. I mean, it's outrageous to spend almost, maybe $50 shy of $200 or something like that. Something like that. But nearly $200 for a dildo is outrageous price. It's outrageous to spend that. Who would do it? It's outrageous. It's really outrageous. It's not economical at all, but we're talking about something that's a luxury item. Basically this thing that I want is a luxury item. It's like a Ferrari, it's like a Lamborghini, it's a luxury item or a designer purse. It's totally a luxury item. That's why it's so fucking expensive. So I realize, I mean, I see it totally makes sense because even the few sexual experiences I have had, I look back, I'm like, you know what, it was just okay. And I'm not talking about the blowjobs. Blowjobs were great, but the actual intercourse part was just okay. I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, it was just okay. So now that I'm doing all this reflection, I realize more and more and more that this product that Fun Factory makes, Stronic Eins, and they probably had a massive profit from this. I mean, this is probably their most popular sex toy. I mean, the Stronic line, I mean, it's not just the Stronic Eins, they got Stronic Deli and stuff. They got, it's a whole line of products. I mean, yeah, so, like, they're probably making a lot of money from this, I imagine. A lot. And, it makes sense for me, too, because I realize, I look back, I'm like, okay, that experience was just okay. And I see a girl in porn getting banged really good, I'm thinking, God, I'm fucking missing out. It's like, I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm fucking missing out, and it's like, you get the Stronic Eins, you get the next best thing, you get something that's gonna guarantee you, a good experience, hopefully guaranteed satisfaction that you're gonna be happy and stuff that you're gonna, yeah. I mean, I think when girls see this toy, they get a smile on their face, I really do. I think that when they see this product, they get a smile on their face, so yeah. I know I talk about this a lot. It almost sounds like I'm trying to sell the product or something. It almost sounds like I'm trying to sell you a product. I'm not, believe me, I'm not. I'm not. I am not trying to sell you a product. I'm not. Yeah. Well, when I really own one, hopefully I'll really hopefully it'll hold up to expectations. Its reviews are stellar. I mean, all the reviews I've seen for this product are stellar. It looks almost perfect. I mean, I'm sure at some time it will eventually break. I don't plan on using it a whole lot because I know how easy it is for electronics to break if you put a lot of wear on them. And I mean, it will be one of those things I don't use every day. It'll just be once in a while. You know, if I feel I need it and I'm having a bad day, or I don't know. It'll just be like once in a while. It'll be like, but anyhow. Yeah, forget it. That's why it makes sense for me. I mean, because I don't really have like a steady boyfriend either, so that's why it also makes sense, because I'm also single too. And I mean, there's just more and more and more I look at the big picture, it really makes sense to buy this product despite its outrageous price. It costs just as much as a, a used iPhone 5S. It costs just as much as some of the iPhones out there. But I mean, more and more and more I look at the big picture, more and more and more it's starting to make sense, and it's starting to look like a less of an emotional impulse buy, and more of something that is more logical and rational, and maybe it will be something that will make a difference in my life and kind of change my life a little bit. It may really make, I mean, that product really may make a difference in my life. So I know if I want to get it, it's something I have to save for, and I'm in a personal finance class in college right now, so I kind of know that, and it's something that I have to save up for. But I mean, more and more I look at the big picture, and more I connect dots. It really makes sense. It does. It does. This is like the one, as far as the sex toy market goes. This is like the one that I see really making a lot of sense. I really, really, really see it making a lot of sense. I look at the big picture more and more and more, and I can kind of see it. So, yeah. When will I buy it? I don't know. Probably during the summer. I mean, I don't know. Maybe during the summer, maybe like, see, I kind of live paycheck to paycheck, and I'm kind of like one of those people who are just kind of getting by. I mean, I just get by. So, to save up for a luxury product like this, nearly impossible, because I just get by. It's like buying a guitar to me, basically. It's almost like buying a guitar. It's like buying a guitar. It's like buying an instrument. It's a big deal. I mean, I'm just one of those people who get by. I mean, I usually don't have the money or the expenses to be buying stuff like this. It's been years since I've wanted it. I've waited, and the price has gone down a bit. But I realize it's not going to go down much more. I know, because I mean, it's new technology and everything, and it just, I mean, if it lives up to its name, yeah, I see it, I see the picture. But yeah, so I gotta save up, I mean, my mom does help me out with groceries somewhat, but I gotta save up. I mean, pinching pennies and really just having a goal. It's almost like saving for retirement, but it's quite different than that. I mean, I could get a credit card too and get it on a credit card, but then I have to pay interest and have creditors maybe go after me and maybe be in debt and all this other shit. Do I really want that trouble in my life? So, no, I don't. I don't. I obviously don't. I mean, so the money that I put aside can come from different things. It may take a lot longer than I think it may. It may take until the end of the year to save up completely. If it takes until the end of the year, it takes until the end of the year. It takes however long it takes. Yes, in reality, in actuality, it may take till the end of the year. If it takes till the end of the year, it takes till the end of the year. I mean, I know damn well my mom ain't gonna help me buy this because this thing's almost $200. I can't ask her that. No. I mean, my mom has helped me out with stuff before. She can't help me out with something like this, though. No. So, this is, like, my thing anyways. So, like, yeah, maybe if I start saving up soon, I can maybe have enough money accumulated by the end of the year. The reason why I haven't started saving up is because I only got one savings account. Now, my mom co-owns that savings account with me. That's like, it's a shared account. She co-owns it. And she's always telling me that's my money in there. That's my money in there. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. And I mean, the access I do have to it is limited. I mean, yeah, I can actually freely transfer funds on my phone, but the reach and the access I have is limited because my mom usually takes core ownership of that account. And that's the savings account that she established for me when I was a real little kid. And she opened it up so I could save for college. That's what it was founded for. And of course, I'm already in college and I got, But anyhow, I need a second one. That's why. So when I get my next paycheck, my goal is when I get my next paycheck and when I go in the bank, I'm going to open up a second savings account. I think it costs $5. And I looked this up on Google and I realized you can have multiple savings accounts. Most banks will let you do it. So I gotta have a second savings account if I'm gonna be saving up for things like that Stronic Eins that I keep talking about. I need to have a second savings account. I need to. I can't use my permanent savings to save up for that. And hopefully I'll use that second savings account again when I'm done. When I'm done with what I want to save for, when I'm done saving, hopefully I can use it again to maybe potentially save up for a car or other big things, like that. I know I do need to save up for a car too. So that's also a priority too as well. I mean, I don't have a driver's license yet. I have a driver's permit, but it's never a wrong day to start saving up for a car. I mean, now I'm starting to realize all this stuff because I'm taking personal finance, and now it's starting to hit me. It's starting to hit home with me now. I'm taking personal finance, and all this stuff is starting to hit home with me. I mean, and I do think that what I want is actually pretty outrageous, but I mean, like I said, I look at the big picture, and it makes sense. And hopefully in the end it will be worth it. I mean, before I buy it, it's a decision. It's a big decision. I have to completely think it out. It's like a technology buy, yes. It's not like a tablet or computer or something like that, but it is like a technology buy. But I mean, another thing I want to get is virtual reality, so I have to save up for that. That's another thing I want to get, but that will be later on. But I don't think I will be able to purchase something that's like 150 or 200 until the end of the year. If I do it strictly from the savings. But what I might do, here's what I might do if I really want it that bad. I'll save up. If I save and save and save and I get halfway towards my goal and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I have half the money I need, and then I get this like paycheck, let's say. I get this paycheck or I sell something on eBay. Something happens and I get money. And then I'm like, well, I've saved up for half of this, so now the cost isn't so bad. Let's just say I end up paying $50 or I end up paying $75. I just end up paying like a portion because I saved up half. So, I mean, saving no matter how painful it may be or how long it may take or how much disciplined or whatever, how long it takes to watch your money pile up. however much, you know, however little and how far it grows, however little it starts out and however little I put aside, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just a little bit, like $1. So to see that pile up and grow, and then before I know it, I'm halfway towards my goal, and then I'm like, I got half the money, here's the other half, kaboom. Put the two halves together, and then you can buy what you want to buy if you put the two halves together. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But I usually don't buy big stuff like this. I mean, the last expensive purchase I have ever made was my iPhone. My new iPhone. My iPhone 5S. It's the newer one. It's not the newest one. I know they have the iPhone 7 out now. A lot of people would think this phone's old. So, I mean, that's the last expensive purchase that I have made, and actually my mom covered some of it, because actually, believe it or not, I didn't have enough, but I really needed this phone. So that's the last expensive purchase I have ever made. I mean, my textbooks weren't an expensive purchase too, but that does count. But my mom was helping me, and the last thing I paid was with both my mom and my funds. It was $100, but the phone was more like 200. So like the same amount of money I want to pay for this other thing that I want. So yeah. So I'm done. I mean, hopefully I found the solution to make myself happy. But I mean, I'm just gonna keep moving along. I mean, I'm gonna hang in there. I'm just gonna hang in there. There's this one guy on my mind that I really keep fantasizing about and that I really keep thinking about, and I like him a lot. And I actually kind of like it goes deeper than that. And I kind of am afraid to admit it, because I'm afraid he would think like, oh my god, she really is that. Like, oh, he would just be like, oh my god. But anyhow, I don't know if he would go, oh my god. But I don't know how the other person would react, so I don't admit it anymore. I used to when I was younger, but I don't admit it anymore. If I'm in love with somebody, I won't admit it anymore. I won't. Because I've been there, done that. I know what it's like. Unless that person admits they're in love with me, then it's like, okay, fine. Then I just let the other person admit it first. I just I just put it on you, man, and you can admit it first. Yeah, I have been in love with, maybe I don't know, a couple people throughout my life. I know one person in particular I really been attracted to, and he's on the wall next to me. So I don't want to talk about that because I'm over that. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. There's this one guy I've really been thinking about a lot, and like I've been just really wondering what it would be like to be in bed with him and stuff, and just really been thinking about it a lot, like all the time. Just been thinking about it a lot, just wondering what it would be like to be in bed with them. And I've been just thinking about him taking his shirt off and shit. I've been just thinking about that like you wouldn't believe. My imagination's been literally running crazy with that. So I've been very occupied with that. Well, I mean, literally, sometimes I will just lock the door and crawl in bed and not actually sleep, but sit there and like daydream for hours and hours and hours and hours about these vivid sex fantasies that I have. Sometimes, yeah, I know it's kind of scary, like I'm living in another world. I know that's actually kind of a scary thought there. Oh my god, she's living in another world. She's not really living in reality. Yeah, everybody said I was delusional when I was 13, and you damn well bet I was. Anyhow, yeah, sometimes I'll just lie in bed and just daydream for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I'll feel that rush of dopamine, the rush of dopamine you get, I'll feel that rush of dopamine. If you don't know what dopamine is, look it up. And, you feel it's like, it's a brain chemical, guys. It's a brain chemical for those of you who don't know what it is. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, the other dope, right? Yeah, the 420 dope. I know you guys are thinking about that. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain, and it's actually it does have something in common with THC. It will give you a feeling like you're high, but except it's natural. It comes from your body. It comes from your brain. But it does have something in common with THC though. In pot, you will feel kind of like you feel kind of like a high, but it's not the same. But yeah, I know. I mean, if you don't know about dopamine, it's a chemical in the brain. Look it up. Google it. Okay. I said that enough, I know. But I mean, sometimes I'll just lie in here for hours and daydream. And I'll be like in a trance too, and like sometimes that happens and get nothing done for hours. Sometimes that happens. It just fucking happens sometimes. I don't know why. It's just, it happens. Especially when I'm watching porn though, because sometimes, I mean, most of the time when I watch porn, I like to like fantasize at the same time or daydream at the same time. A lot of times I will like, you know, do something else when I'm watching porn too. But if I'm just like laying around watching porn, a lot of times I'm thinking about something or fantasizing about something or like daydreaming while I'm watching it too. Cause like, and a lot of times like I think of myself as the girl in the porn. A lot of times I think of that. I try to put myself in her shoes, and yeah, you're vicariously experiencing what they're experiencing. That's what porn is about. I know. I'm not the only one who says this. I mean, I know. So, yeah, you're living through their experience. But anyhow, yeah, I know. I know. I know. Okay. So I'm kind of like trying to remain optimistic that everything will go better, because things haven't been going good. I've been having some bad luck lately. Valentine's Day is always fucking tough. I hate Valentine's Day. I've had too many bad experiences with Valentine's Day to like it. And after all, I heard from one of my teachers that Valentine's Day, she has a theory that it's just a big marketing scheme, and I agree with her 100%. So Valentine's Day is just like one big trick, and we all fall for it. See, we all fall for it, me included, but I don't want to fall for it no more. I'm gonna get smart. I'm not gonna fall for those Valentine's Day tricks no more. But anyhow, yes, I'm trying to remain optimistic that things will go better, just better. I mean, yeah. Well, this guy that I'm fantasizing about, I'm trying to remain optimistic that one day it will happen and that it won't be just fantasy forever, that it will come true, but hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. I mean, I'm hoping so, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of hoping so. I mean, I'm just trying to remain optimistic. What the fuck can I say? What can I say? I'm just trying to remain optimistic, you know? Just trying. All you can do is try. You know, just try to remain optimistic. I mean, it should go well with one of the guys I have, whether I fantasize about them a lot or not, you know. I fantasize about I actually fantasize about just about everybody. I actually fantasize myself with just about everybody, but sometimes in my head I kind of pick one person I fantasize about more frequently. Sometimes that just happens. And it's like, I don't have any control over it. But sometimes in my head, just pick one person that I like fantasize about over and over and over again. Sometimes like one person is like, oh yeah, they're hot, and I just fantasize about them over and over and over and over again. Or oh, I really liked his personality and he's hot, blah blah blah, you know, over and over and over again. I mean yeah, I mean I know it's nothing new because like you know, my first celebrity crush, I was like that. I would think about him over and over again to a point where it was like really crazy. That was back in my teenage years. Yeah. I mean, I gotta admit, I still think about, you know, he was my first crush. I still think about him every now and then. Even now, he just comes up and, it's like, he just comes up and I'm like, oh shit. And sometimes I can't control it. It's like out of my control. You still find the same person really attractive. Sometimes you're still gonna fantasize about them. My arm's actually really sore from holding my phone. This arm here, man, it is sore as fuck right now. My arm is so sore. Okay, I'm going now. I need to go to bed, seriously. I work tomorrow. Like, I need to go to sleep. I'm just doing this video so I can go to sleep, seriously. Because I have problems. That's why I do videos. Oh, come on, that isn't why I always do videos. I mean, come on, this content's entertaining, right? You're getting something out of this. This must be relatable. Okay, sorry, this was like an hour of video and it was really long. I'm sorry about that. So, I'm going now, okay? I'm going. I know. I had caffeine to talk too much. Whatever. Okay, I'm going for real. So sore. Okay, I'm going now. I need to go to bed, seriously. I work tomorrow. Like, I need to go to sleep. I'm just doing this video so I can go to sleep, seriously. Because I have problems. That's why I do videos. Oh, come on, that isn't why I always do videos. I mean, come on, this content's entertaining, right? You're getting something out of this. This must be relatable. Okay, sorry, this was like an hour of video and it was really long. I'm sorry about that. So, I'm going now, okay? I'm going. I know. I had caffeine to talk too much. Whatever. Okay, I'm going for real.